Stay connected to the world around you. KPBS brings you trusted news, compelling stories, and in-depth reporting every day. Wherever life takes you, KPBS is here, on the radio, online, and on the go. Discover more at kpbs.org.
Good morning, I'm Lawrence K. Jackson. It's Thursday, January 15th. Temporary protected status for Somalis is ending. We spoke with some local advocates about it. That next, but first, the headlines. Yesterday, a federal three-judge panel ruled to allow California to use its new U.S. House map in the upcoming 2026 midterms. The map was approved by voters in a special election in November. This latest ruling favors Democrats looking to flip up to 5 seats in the House to take control of the chamber. Republicans are expected to appeal this decision to the U.S. Supreme Court. The San Diego County Board of Supervisors has voted in Tara Lawson-Remer as chair for a second time. It was confirmed in a 4-0 vote on Tuesday. But Supervisor Joel Anderson did call on the board to go back to its pre-pandemic policy of 1-year terms, adding that he feels every district supervisor should get a chance at leading the board. Monica Montgomery Stepp was also voted in as vice chair, along with Paloma Aguirre as chair pro tem. Amtrak service between LA and San Diego will be restored to pre-pandemic levels later this month. A 13th Pacific Surfliner round trip going between the two SoCal cities was announced Tuesday. The additional round trip will start on the 26th. A roughly $27 million grant made this possible. From KPBS, you're listening to San Diego News Now. Stay with me for more of the local news you need.
This season on Everybody's Doing It with Miss Lolly, I'm going to classes, workshops, and private venues designed to enrich and broaden our sexual horizons, and I'm taking you with me. I meet with an erotic mindfulness coach, get a pelvic floor exam, talk with new moms, and even put on my dancing shoes and take a beginning burlesque class, and much more. Find Season 2 of Everybody's Doing It with Miss Lolly wherever you get your podcasts, and come join me in my search for fun and sexy adventures that are available to you.
Anxiety is growing in San Diego's Somali community after the White House announced the end of temporary protected status for Somalis living in the U.S. Reporter John Carroll talked with local advocates about the shockwaves following the announcement.
We are just appalled by these enforcement because this is about taking away legal measures for anybody to immigrate legally.
Tazeen Nizam is the director of the San Diego chapter of CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. She says Tuesday's revocation of temporary protected status, TPS, is racist and unfair.
The Somali community here is a big contributor factor of the social well-being of this community. The San Diego Somali-led organizations are doing amazing work.
Trump administration officials say Somalia is not as dangerous as it was when refugees from the country were granted TPS status. But the State Department still lists it as Level 4, which is the highest do not travel warning. John Carroll, KPBS News.
On Tuesday night, Carlsbad City Council approved the city's emergency proclamation over erosion concerns on an ocean bluff. North County reporter Alexander Wen says it's to expedite repairs to a storm drain damaged by recent rains.
The stretch of bluffs overlooking South Carlsbad State Beach is popular with walkers, joggers, and bikers. The city says the recent rains damaged the integrity of the storm drain pipe there. Beachgoer Anjali Heppel says she's not surprised.
This whole coastline has been kind of wrecked recently.
In a statement, Carlsbad City Manager Jeff Patno says the safety of our residents and visitors is our top priority. Proclaiming a local emergency allows us to act quickly, coordinate resources, and reduce potential risks. The city has already started the repairs, but Hebel isn't too convinced. She's still concerned about the integrity of the bluff.
I don't know, it's such a busy walkway. You see like a bunch of people always walking this path. Like if something were to happen, that would be really tragic.
While the work is underway, the city says people should be cautious in the area. Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
Nathan Fletcher is dipping his toes back in the political world. Investigative reporter Scott Rodd says the former chairman of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors has registered to be a statehouse lobbyist.
Fletcher left public office in 2023 after former Metropolitan Transit System employee Gracia Figueroa filed a sexual misconduct lawsuit against him. Fletcher denied the allegations, and a judge dismissed the case last August. Since then, Fletcher filed to become a lobbyist for the nonprofit Veterans Exploring Treatment Solutions. The organization advocates for psychedelic-assisted mental health therapies for veterans. Longtime Sacramento lobbyist Chris McKaylee says Fletcher's background serving in combat and as a state lawmaker will be an asset for the nonprofit.
Having a former service member, a veteran himself, advocating for it, I think brings a lot of credibility. Sometimes the messenger is as important, or perhaps even more important sometimes, than the message that is being delivered.
Fletcher did not respond to a request for comment. Scott Rodd, KPBS News.
Leaders of the Manzanita Band of the Kumeyaay Nation say they were not properly consulted on a massive solar farm currently under construction in Jacumba. Reporter Elaine Alfaro says this is the latest controversy surrounding the more than 600-acre project.
Jacumba is like this unique area where we come and gather, we trade, we have our ceremonies and dances, and so that's why it's important for us to protect this area.
Johnny Eagle Spirit Elliott is a Manzanita Executive Committee member. He remembers coming to Jacumba as a kid, learning from his family about the land and its history. But now, the land is shifting. Elliott and other tribal leaders say the county violated state law by not properly consulting with them on the solar project, even though they made several requests to be involved. Here's Historical Preservation Officer Veronica Santos.
In the tribe's opinion, you did not follow what you should have, the law, by consulting with all the tribes that were in the original documents.
County officials say they did reach out in 2019, but the tribe did not respond by their deadline, and the county says staff continued to contact leaders throughout the years-long approval process. Ultimately, the county gave the developer approval to consult with a Kumeyaay Native American monitoring company. Now, county officials say they're working with the developer to find a way to allow monitoring by Manzanita leaders. Elaine Alfaro, KPBS News.
That's it for the podcast today. As always, you can find more San Diego news online at kpbs.org. I'm Lawrence K. Jackson. Thanks for listening and subscribing. By doing so, you're supporting public media, and I really want to thank you for that. Have a great day.
From El Centro to everywhere, we're Voices del Valle.
Voices del Valle?
Voices del Valle is a team-produced podcast about coming of age in California's Imperial Valley.
I love Voices del Valle.
On the next episode of Voices del Valle, we will talk with teens about their cheer and soccer championship seasons. I've got to listen to that. Voices del Valle, fresh voices, bold stories made in the valley.
Voices del Valle. Find us on KPBS or wherever you get your podcasts.